What up, homies? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys another DVD/Blu-ray update. This, of course, is a series where I show you guys everything that I picked up over the past month or two. I believe this is January and the early part of February's haul, which I actually accumulated quite the large amount of DVDs in that short amount of time, and Blu-rays, of course. So with that said, let's jump into it. First up, we have been working on our top 10 list for the year 2002, so I've been picking up tons of 2002 films and watching them. Of course, you guys probably know that. I mention it like in every video. So first up, we have this box set here, and it is the, I'm going to call it the Serial Killer box set. It doesn't have a name. It's called, technically, it's called the Ted Bundy, Dahmer, Ed Gein box set. That's literally what it says on the cover. Ted Bundy, Dahmer, Ed Gein, all movies that are based on serial killers. I've seen Dahmer, I think I've seen Ed Gein, I think I've seen Ted Bundy. Dahmer was the one that I remembered the most, and I actually revisited it last night, and I wasn't sure. I remembered that Dahmer, but I know there's a bunch of movies called Dahmer, so I was very pleasantly surprised to see that the one in my memory actually was this one. And I very much enjoyed it. Very, very good flick. Ted Bundy and Ed Gein I'll watch next. Ted Bundy I'll watch first up because it is a 2002 film as well. Ed Gein, I believe, came out the year before or the year after. Really cool box set, though. I highly recommend picking it up. I grabbed this for $7 used, and it was actually sealed when I grabbed it. It was brand new and sealed. So that happens when you order from Second Spin sometimes. They'll send you new stuff. It actually happened with 3 or 4 items over this past order that I placed, which is always nice and cool for that to happen. So I recommend Second Spin. After that, I grabbed this from Second Spin as well. It is a 2002 film, Night Stalker. It is based on a serial killer from 1985. Which serial killer, I do not know, but actually that got me kind of interested to check this one out. It features Danny Trejo as well, which is always cool. The cover looks kind of freaky, so we'll check this one out. It's 2002. I'll definitely probably get to this one before we record that show. So after that, we have a film by Dante Tomaselli, and it is just titled Horror. This guy, I've seen a couple of his films, and I didn't like either of them. I've seen Fear Chamber, which I didn't really care for. Maybe I gave it an average rating, but it's so, I don't really remember anything about it. It's so forgettable. And Satan's Playground, which was a Jersey Devil tale with Sleepaway Camp actress Felissa Rose. That one was bad as well. So this guy's 0 for 2 with me. I hear Horror is his best movie, or at least one of his best movies, and I might actually like it. I did pop it in the other night, but I quickly fell asleep. Not because it was boring, just because I was tired. So I haven't popped it back in to really check it out, but I plan on it before the 2002 show because it is one of those 2002 films. After that, we have another 2002 film, and it is 9 Lives. This one doesn't look very good. It's sort of that post-Scream type cover where you have all the cast members on the cover, Paris Hilton, and it just looks bad. It just really does. So I'm not sure if I'll get to this one in the time of the show. You know, stuff's kind of coming down to the wire, and I still have a bunch of movies to watch, but if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, I doubt it's making my top 10 anyway. After that, we have Cube Zero. I recently just realized, like, wow, I own 0 of the Cube films, the Cube trilogy, and I was like, I gotta change that. So I went to grab the first one, and it was more than I wanted to pay for, but the second one was super cheap, or the third one rather. This is the prequel, so I grabbed this one instead. I still need to grab the other 2. Cube Zero, man, I don't remember really caring for it. I absolutely love the first Cube film, and the second one's not very good, but you know, I'll give this one another shot just to kind of refresh my memory because it's been so long. After that, I collect horror documentaries, and I bumped into 2 of them that I'd never seen before or even heard of, and it is this double feature here of Something to Scream About and Shock Cinema. And these ones are pretty cool looking. One of them is a documentary on some like lesser known Scream Queens, and the other one is a documentary on like directors like Charles Band and Jeff Burr. So that's actually really cool. And it looks like these were made in the 90s, so that's even more cool. I'm really excited to check these out. Double feature here. 4 hours on 2 discs, a bunch of bonus material and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not sure who put this out. Company calls Tempe. I don't know anything about these guys. Have you heard of them? Have you seen them? Let me know, because I'm super curious on these and I'm really looking forward to checking these out. So let me know what's up if you guys know of them. After that, we have Irreversible. This is another 2002 film, and it is Gaspar Noé. This is the one that pretty much everybody told me I had to see before the 2002 show, so I did grab a copy. Luckily it came in. I'm definitely going to check this one out. Super excited to see it. Have heard nothing but good things over the years. French Extreme, foreign, awesome stuff, so we'll definitely give this one a watch very soon. After that, we have Dario Argento's The Card Player, and I'm just slowly picking up all Argento's work. This is one that I had my eye on for a while, but just waiting for the price to drop. It finally did, and I grabbed it for just a couple bucks, so that's exactly what I wanted to pay for it. So I'm happy with the purchase. Whether the film's good or bad, I will have to wait and find out. It's one that probably one of his lesser talked about films, at least in my experience. I haven't really heard anybody say much about this one, only in passing, you know, short things. I don't really see many people review it or anything like that, so that's probably not a good sign, but who knows, maybe I'll like it. After that, we have another 2002 film. This is Darkness. And there's like 4 versions of this film. There's an unrated, a widescreen, a full screen, a rated, a blue cover, a red cover. I mean, there's so many copies of this movie out there. I didn't know what to grab. Finally grabbed the unrated widescreen version and a pack-win. This is a movie that I've really not heard too many good things about, so I'm not sure if I'll actually get to it or not, or if I'll just sort of put this one on the back burner sort of at the end of the 2002 list and maybe get to it. After that, these next 2 pickups, I actually made a video on. I'm not going to say too much about them. Check out my last video or my next video. And it is Amityville: A New Generation. This is a out-of-print Amityville film. There are there's like a million Amityvilles, but I think Amityville 5 has never been released, and then 6, 7, and 8 are out of print. I believe this is Amityville 7, and this is a new generation, kind of hard to get. I grabbed it for $7. Can you believe that? It is in like perfect condition, and it's going to cost you a pretty penny to pick up, whether you buy it used or new, unless you find it for a criminally slept on price, like somebody didn't know what they had. And that's what I grabbed it for, $7. After that, I grabbed this at the same place, and it is Amityville: It's About Time. This is the more expensive of the 2, but this one is actually going to go up to my homie Moods in Canada. He doesn't own this one, so I thought it would be a nice gesture to pick it up and send it on up to him, because I know he wants to complete his Amityville collection as much as I want to complete mine. So I'm just looking for Dollhouse now, and then I'll have all the ones that I can get that have Region 1 releases, so this one will go up to Moods. After that, we have Valentine. This is one that I don't really know much about. I think I seen it back in 2001 or 2002 when it came out. I'm actually going to watch this one tonight. It's cool in the old snapper case and stuff. You know, pretty cool stuff there. So I used to hate those snapper cases, but over the years they've become like sort of nostalgic to me, and I kind of like getting them in the mail now. After that, we have .com for Murder. This is another 2002 film, probably one I'm not going to get to, just because based on the cover and stuff, I don't know, it doesn't really look like it's going to be interesting. If I get to it, I do, but it's definitely going to be like towards the bottom of the list, and that's only if I do really well and hit all the top hits that I need to grab. Then I'll come down to these lesser important titles. You know, this one, it seemed like they did a lot of these like technology or internet-based movies right around 2001, 2002. You got stuff like Halloween Resurrection and My Little Eye and .com for Murder, Fear.com. Very dated, but it's kind of funny because, you know, it's like charming just how different things were in such a short amount of time. But, you know, 2001, 2002, that's becoming quite a good many years ago now, which is, you know, kind of depressing, but let's just move on. After that, we have Ju-on. This is the original Grudge from the Japanese peoples. And I don't really like The American Grudge, so I'm hoping that I'll like Ju-on a little better. I hear that it's the better movie, so hopefully I'll actually dig it. I like the American Ring better than the Japanese Ring, so maybe it'll be like a switch with Ju-on. But this is a 2002 film, so I will be getting to it very soon. After that, I grabbed a trilogy of films here, and I'm just going to show them all at once. I grabbed the August Underground set. $30 from Toe Tag Pictures, located out of Pittsburgh, which is where I'm from. We got the August Underground, which I've seen, and I actually didn't mind that much. It was pretty intense when I first seen it. And then we have Mortem, which is the one everybody talks about. And then we have Penance, which is the one nobody talks about. So I grabbed all those. I'm not exactly sure when I will watch them. You know, when do you really watch films like that? I mean, I'm curious to see. I don't know. I'll get to them. After that, I grabbed another copy of The Exorcism of Emily Rose because, well, I had the rated edition, and this is the special widescreen unrated edition. So I finally grabbed it just based on that reason alone. It was $3 at Big Lots, so don't judge me. After that, I grabbed Fatal Attraction, and I just have to grab things when I'm at Big Lots. I hear that this is thriller enough that it could be in my horror collection, so yes, I grabbed that. I've actually never seen it, though. After that, we got another 2002 film here. We got Bubba Hotep. And, you know, this is one I watched it the other night. I thought it was pretty good. I'm not going to say too much on it because I'll probably talk about it in the 2002 show. And, yeah, Bruce Campbell, Elvis thinks that this black guy thinks that he's JFK. It's ridiculous. There's a mummy, and it's slapsticky, maybe a little too slapsticky. It's from the homie Don Coscarelli, and I love Don Coscarelli. He made some of my favorite movies with the Phantasm series, and finally checked out his film Bubba Hotep, which was supposed to get a sequel for a long while, but didn't. Let me just set these down here so that I make a little bit more room. Alright, let's continue on, guys. My contacts are really bugging me if you guys are wondering why I keep rubbing my eyes. After that, I got an import here. I grabbed the Howling 7 from the UK for just over $7 or something. Whew, boy. If you haven't heard, listen to our Howling episode. It was episode 72, 22 shots of modes in horror.com. Oh my god. This thing was awful. All of those movies were awful. In my opinion, it is the worst horror franchise that I've seen, for sure. I'm not going to say much more about that. No wonder that thing doesn't have a DVD release in the US. After that, we have a Ghost Ship, which I grabbed the widescreen edition with the lenticular cover. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, there it goes. I grabbed this one. You know, it was really cool to have the lenticular cover version. I grabbed it used. It's the snapper case. The disc is actually, like, the center that holds the disc is actually broken. But luckily with these snapper cases, they kind of hold it in place, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, Ghost Ship. It was alright. I didn't mind it that much. It was kind of fun. Then we have Queen of the Damned. This one starts out super great. Takes a nosedive after that. It's still not, like, the worst movie in the world, but really kind of boring after a while. After that, we have The Eye, which I recently just watched the other night. Definitely a pretty scary movie. I enjoyed that about it. Japanese stuff. The only thing that was kind of bugging me was the color correction. It was just too light. It just felt like it was too based in reality. Just the look of the film, and I didn't really like that. So that's The Eye. And finally, for the DVDs, we have Uncaged. This one was pretty decent. Not bad, not bad. Kind of comedic. Definitely some fun characters, some fun moments. Not the most original take on the werewolf genre, but it had its moments. Pretty cool. Okay, so moving on to the Blu-rays. First up here, we have The Howling 2. I grabbed this one, Scream Factory, one that I didn't own. It is not too bad. It's definitely not one that I'll run back and watch over and over again. It's just not really... I feel like maybe if you've seen this movie when you're a kid, it definitely would probably have more of an impact on you. the Sybil Danning stuff and things like that. But overall, that whole franchise is just unfun to me, man. And it kind of made me dislike The Howling 2. Or not dislike it, but, you know, kind of not hold it in such a high standard because, or high regard, because the rest of the franchise sucks. And I mean, this is not like a good, well-made movie or anything, but it's fun. After that, we have Hannah Dama, and this one I literally was just watching a second ago. I had to run to the store, so I'm gonna finish this one up right after I record this video. It seemed pretty, you know, I was only like 10 minutes in, but it seemed pretty cool. This one's from Olive Films, and this one's currently in the Xbox, so we'll get to that one next. After that, I grabbed the box set here. Not really a box set, it's a collection, but not, I don't know, it's the Leprechaun collection on Blu-ray. Didn't come with the slip, but I jewed the guy down on eBay to about 16 or so bucks, and I was happy to pay that. So yeah, Leprechaun, Leprechaun 2, 3, 4, In the Hood, Back to the Hood, and Origins. I absolutely love Leprechaun 1 through 3. The other ones aren't that great, but I honestly, it's one of my favorite franchises for some reason. It's just so fun to me, and I'm looking forward to checking them out in HD. After that, we got the Serpent and the Rainbow here. I was finally happy to grab this. It does come with the poster, which I have over there. Really excited to have the poster. I love the cover art to this one. Serpent and the Rainbow is such a good movie, and it's been years since I've seen it. Then I got the car from Scream Factory. Finally knocked this one off the list. I'm only like 5 down on the Scream Factories right now, and I have a complete Scream Factory collection after that, which is pretty cool. This one actually came with a poster too. I ordered this on screamfactory.com. So I got the car with the poster. Really cool. After that, I grabbed Rosemary's Baby. This is the miniseries, the 2014-15 miniseries. Don't really know much about this one. I haven't really heard if it was any good or not. I'm sure it's nothing compared to the original, but I wanted to grab it. I collect, you know, miniseries and stuff like that, so, yep. After that, we have Zombie Fight Club, and this one I'm not really looking forward to. This is Scream Factory release. Just doesn't really seem like something I'll like. Kind of like the Cockneys vs. Zombies, maybe. I'm just feeling like it'll probably be along the lines of that, maybe a little worse. So yeah. After that, we have Zombie High. This is another Scream Factory. As you can see, there is sort of a pattern going on. This one, I remember seeing it a few years ago, and it was actually not, I don't really remember. I honestly don't. Actually, this was a press copy that somebody sold me on eBay, which I was a little bummed out to find. It has the puncture holes back there, so that's going to kind of annoy me, but luckily the cover, the reverse side, is not a reversible cover art, or else it would look awful, so yeah. After that, we have the Larry Fessenden collection. This one I grabbed for super cheap. I had like some extra rewards points and stuff like that. I ended up getting it for like 25 bucks, which is a steal. I've actually not seen any of these films, so I am pretty, I might have seen Wendigo, but I'm pretty excited to actually see these if, you know, I haven't seen them. So yeah, pretty cool stuff there. After that, we have a Serbian film. I have not seen a Serbian film, and I regretted picking this up because I never wanted to watch it, really. I'm not really, doesn't sound like something I would like. So, but I had to grab it for a future show that we're doing, so I picked it up. After that, I got Bedeviled from Fry's. This was my first Fry's order. This was super cheap. It was like $3 or something like that. I already have the DVD, but I felt like it was worth the upgrade for that price because Bedeviled is awesome. Super depressing, super disturbing, awesome, awesome movie. I highly recommend Bedeviled. After that, I grabbed Two Evil Eyes, Dario Argento, George Romero. This was going out of print, so I had to scoop one up. I, you know, ordered it on Amazon, and it was back ordered, and I was like, shit, now I'm not going to get a copy because, you know, they sold out or whatever, but they ended up getting another shipment in, and they sent it to me, so that's pretty cool. After that, we have Nightmares. I grabbed this one for 15 bucks, not a bad price considering it's still pretty new. This is the anthology that Scream Factory put out. I'd never seen it, but I'm really, really excited to check it out. After that, we have White of the Eye. This is another Scream Factory. I have not seen it. I do not know anything about it, but it is Scream Factory, so I grabbed it. After that, we have one that I am actually pretty interested in, and that is Women's Prison Massacre. This one looks like a lot of fun. How can you not think so based on that cover? Women in prison film. Always fun stuff. Looking forward to this one. After that, we have Over Your Dead Body, Takashi Miike. I won this one in a NFL bet, and that was that I think the Kansas City Chiefs wouldn't go to the AFC conference game, I believe it was. Jeremy lost the bet. He sent me this. Takashi Miike. Looking forward to that one, actually. Then we have The Sentinel. This one Kyle sent me. So thanks, buddy, for that. Another one off the list. And let me just grab the last stack here. We have Ghost Warrior and The House Where Evil Dwells. I love these Scream Factory double features, and these ones look batshit crazy, sort of along the lines of maybe like a Ninja 3 or something, so it should be some fun stuff there. Then we have Ghost Story, which I am not too familiar with, but wow, that actually looks pretty damn cool. So yeah, another Scream Factory off the list, guys, just knocking them out here. Then we have Contracted Phase 2. I grabbed this one for, I think, $10 used, which was super cheap considering it was going for like $22 new, which, yeah, I'm happy that I didn't have to pay that for it. That's an IFC Midnight Scream Factory. Then I grabbed Blood and Lace. This one was used also, but in decent condition, pretty much perfect condition. I mean, it just came out. I grabbed it like right after it came out used. And yeah, Blood and Lace. Looking forward to that one too. And next up, we have Hemlock Grove Season 1. This one freaking avoided me forever, but I finally nailed a copy for $20, and I thought that that was fair enough because this thing was way overpriced for way too long. And it was one of the Scream Factories that was bugging me to get a hold of because it's just so hard to find for a decent price. And, you know, it's even less exciting knowing that this is the only season they're ever going to release. And finally, for this part, guys, for this update, guys, we have the Human Centipede box set. I'm actually really excited to have this because it has the colored version of Human Centipede 2. So yeah, really excited to check this out. You know, I hear so much bad things about 3 that it honestly kind of just interests me. So we'll see. And that is it for this update, guys. Sorry this one was a little bit sloppy, but it feels like there's literally something poking me in the eye with my contacts, so I didn't really want to make edits in this video, so I was just trying to push through, soldier through, and we did it. So with that said, I'm going to wash my eye out because it's probably going to cause temporary blindness or permanent blindness. So see you guys next time. Peace.